back. It's Anna Christina. Thanks for sticking with us this Saturday. I'm here with Russell Beckham. He's one of the owners of Roof Savers. We've been talking a lot about what you guys do to help preserve roofs. You're the only one that is just one application, one treatment, one payment.
17 years.
17 years. I like that. And people don't like surprises. I know there's a lot of other products out there. There's no comparison. You were telling me all about it. But one of the neat things is that you protect more than just roofs. You also have another product, Wood Armor, Renew It Wood Armor. Tell me about that.
So Renew It Wood Armor, the difference in the technology is it penetrates so deep into the wood compared to any other wood sealers or stains or anything that you can treat wood with. So it's going to encapsulate all those wood fibers and prevent that water from infiltrating and doing damage. That's how we can extend the life and the deterioration of that wood for 10 years with one application. So it's good for decks, handrails, privacy fences, all the way around.
And right now we've been experiencing a lot of rain. More to come, I feel like, throughout the summer.
More rain, more damage.
That's right. That's what I was going to say. And so if it's just sitting there, we can end up just...
The longer it sits,
the worse that it is, right, for your decks and anything that's wood. And so again, Wood Armor. I'm a visual person, so you guys can visit their website, myroofsavers.com. You can look at pictures on the website, see for yourself how it protects and really brings back to life.
Yeah, it just brings back that rich, natural wood look that you had when the fence or the deck was
right. And you're also doing a giveaway. So if you call right now to see if specifically if your roof qualifies, there you go, say that 10 times, then you can also get one of these
solar powered roof vents.
Stay right there, we'll tell you more.
We have issued a first alert in anticipation.
Spring in the CSR means severe weather season is here. With fast-moving storms that can disrupt your whole day.
Cloud to ground lightning, that's going to be...
But you're good, because you watch WRDW First Alert Weather.
For all of our counties here.
And you get the first alert with forecasts where you live.
All the sweeps are working.
Whether it's sunny or severe, we get it right. And you get it first. WRDW First Alert Weather, on your side. Live from Augusta, you're watching News 1226 this morning.
Looking ahead to your morning, a shooting in Beach Island killing a 10-year-old girl while she was sleeping in her bed. Bonaire Apartments in the hot seat at Augusta's commission meeting, plus the heat and your health, what you need to know to stay safe. But first, taking you outside, giving you a look right now at Grovetown at I-20. Good morning and thanks for joining us. 7 o'clock on your Saturday. I'm Ashley Campbell, sending it now to Chris to see how the day is shaping up because we have a lot of outdoor activities this weekend.
We do, and the weather for the weekend is going to be very typical for this time of the year. So it will be hot, a little bit humid, but better than a few days ago. So we're headed in the right direction.
Definitely, yes.
Absolutely. Not as hot for the cat and dog walk forecast early on this morning. Brought to you by none other than Emo and Annie.
That's
Look at that adorable pair there.
I know, but they got to keep those paws nice and safe.
You do, absolutely.
Yeah, so if you want to go ahead and take them out now.
Protect the paws. That pavement on a hot day can be over 140 degrees. Definitely hot in the afternoon. It's going to be a little warm by 11 o'clock. Partly sunny and 85 at the pool. Not so bad.
A tragic situation unfolding in Beach Island. Investigation underway after a 10-year-old girl is shot and killed. Bullet holes in that home and vehicle you see there. That's all that's left, just riddled. Our crew at the scene counted 8 bullet holes. Authorities say that the shooting happened just before midnight Wednesday on Dorset-Kinsey Road. Deputies made contact with someone who lives in the home. They found 10-year-old Lavinia Lau with a gunshot wound to the head. She was pronounced dead when EMS arrived. Your Kayla Lopez joining us now with more on what she saw at the scene and what neighbors have been saying.
Well, walking along Dorset-Kinsey Road, it's hard to miss just how small this community is. A total of 8 houses make up the entire street, and neighbors say it's always been quiet. But that all changed last night when the normally calm cul-de-sac filled with sirens. Tucked behind winding roads and farmland is a calm Aiken County neighborhood.
It's always been quiet, everybody friendly, get along.
A small community struck with tragedy after something that once seemed impossible happened to them.
I was asleep and my kids came in and woke me up and said it was police and ambulance outside. That's when I jumped out the bed and came outside and seen that they were over at the house.
She knew something was wrong.
We heard her screaming and she was like my baby. But once we seen the kids came out, we seen it wasn't all four of them.
And one street away,
I was on the couch, had just got done on the phone with a friend, and I was just scrolling on, my phone, and I just heard, it was around 15, 16 shots back to back to back.
neighbors say they've always seen this as a safe place to raise their families.
There's lots of kids, especially with the school being right down the road.
But this young life cut too short leaves many unsettled.
Thinking about it, it could have been any one of our kids.
And we reached out to a family of Lavinia Lowe, and they told us that while they're still trying to process their loss, they can tell us that Lavinia was a great kid who was fun and loving.
Definitely a tragic situation there, to say the least. Well, Bon Air Apartments is back in the spotlight this week. The director of construction for Wrdw Housing, who's been renovating Bon Air, was in the hot seat before commissioners, explaining why even with millions in taxpayer money going towards repairs, there are still issues there. Now, these issues date back several years. Complaints of poor living conditions have been mixed with stabbings, shootings, and a lack of security in that area. And it's not just Bon Air residents who are speaking up. Other people who live nearby are also voicing concerns. Your city government reporter Sydney Hood was at the commission meeting. She's got more on what the developer and commissioners had to say.
Feels like deja vu.
I feel like that I'm hearing the same old thing that I heard a couple of years ago.
Redwood Housing back in commission.
If you want to be a great part of this community, invest in some security.
Back in the hot seat.
The assuring part is this commission is going to have to hold you accountable by way of putting your business license on probation so you actually feel confident that something's going on.
Redwood Housing gave an update to renovations going on at the Bon Air Apartments. 2 phases of work, which includes upgrading security cameras, replacing AC units, fixing the elevators.
I need to reassure you that we, as Redwood, we develop and maintain quality properties.
Those who live by the Bon Air Apartments disagree.
There must be 2 Bon Airs here, because what I'm hearing doesn't exist.
He says he hears gunshots constantly.
If you're paying a security guard, you gotta go get your money back. Because it's not happening.
Redwood is expected back in commission within the next 30 days.
If it were up to me today, personally, I'd revoke your license.
If conditions at both Bon Air and Richmond Summit do not improve, that could be a possibility. In Augusta, Sydney Hood on your side.
And we'll keep you updated on that. Well, today is Augusta's Pride Parade. That's taking place from 10 to 4 in downtown Augusta. It's starting off at the former JVA parking lot. It's going to be marching up 7th Street, then Green Street before finishing up. After that, you're going to have the Augusta Pride Festival at the Augusta Common. The first of Augusta's Pride events, Beats on Broad, taking place last night. This year, Augusta is celebrating 15 years of Pride, plus this week marks 10 years since same-sex marriage was legalized nationwide. Your Kennedy Payne spoke with people enjoying that event, some who've been going to the festival since it started, and others who are fairly new to Beats on Broad.
Wrdw feels Pride isn't just a festival, it's a personal milestone.
It's changed so much from years ago when I first came out. It's just amazing now, but we support each other. My soon-to-be wife is a board member, so we do this together.
This week marks 10 years since same-sex marriage became legal nationwide.
I mean, I was so elated when it was legal, and it just made me feel so good. Now it means so much more to me because I found my life partner. To be able to get married and it be legal, it just means so much.
For her, it's moments like these that remind her how far things have come.
The community's more accepting and loving. I mean, for me, coming out years ago to now, I am so proud.
Just booths away, Amy Pickrell as sharing love through art.
We have a variety of fiber arts is kind of our main thing, and then we also have digital art. So we just like to create things and then share them with everybody.
But for her, it's more than just business. It's about finally showing up as her full self.
I was somebody who personally came out like a lot later in life, so getting to finally feel like I am, expressing myself and not feeling afraid to be who I am, it's just such a wonderful and freeing experience.
And the spirit of inclusion extends to everyone, even the ones with 4 legs and wagging tails.
Just advocating for the animals, really, because that's what it's about. Anyone can adopt a dog no matter what, and anyone can give the dog the love they need.
So whether it's through memories, rescue work, or art, Pride is full of different reasons to show up and different ways to belong.
A new mobile medical unit can help women. An update this morning to a story that we told you about earlier this month. Jones Creek Golf Club announcing that it's taking memberships for anyone who wants to join. Right now, the championship course is being restored, but you can still enjoy the driving range, interactive shot tracking games, and simulated play. The new updated clubhouse is also open and available for private event bookings. Now, this course has not been operating since back in 2018. It was sold, and there were some flooding issues that also went unresolved.
The other golf courses in Columbia County are extremely crowded. A lot of them are private. It's hard for the average person to get out and play golf, and that's what this is going to be. This golf course is going to be for the entire community, Columbia County, the Jones Creek residents. As you can see outside, we're going to pride ourselves on family and getting the golf experience to more people.
They hope to be open by the end of this year. A new fire and emergency services degree program at Augusta Tech. This program is in partnership with the Augusta Fire Department, is going to prepare first responders with skills, certifications, and hands-on training for firefighters and EMTA roles.
In this partnership, creating this pipeline for local students as well as regional men and women to come in the department and give them the opportunity to continue to serve our community with excellence.
This will start in the fall. Students can enroll in a 5-term 64-credit program. Chris?
Good looking morning at the lake. Here's a live view from Thurman Dam this morning, looking off toward the east. A few high clouds in the sky, a ripple in the water. It was a warm day. Friday, the high yesterday, 92, the low of 72. That turned out to be 1 degree cooler than average for this date. No rainfall officially. Sunrise was at 6:21. We'll take a look at your weekend forecast when we come back.
And as we head to break, we've got some events for you to check out. All right, thanks, Chris. And if you're looking for a place to cool off during this hot weather, if you don't have an AC or you're one of the vulnerables to the heat, there are several cooling stations in the area. The city of Augusta has several locations, including the Carrie J. Mays Center, Bernie Ward Center, May Park, and Diamond Lakes Regional Park. In Aiken County, the Salvation Army is open. In Burke County, the Recreation Department gym is open. And for a full list of places you can go ahead and scan that code on your screen. If you can't do that, just head to our website, wrdw.com. And there are plenty of splash pads open in the area. If you want a fun way to cool off, maybe take the kids there. The Evans Town Center and Gateway Park still have splash pads open. In Richmond County, the Augusta Riverwalk, Brookfield Park, and Charles Evans Center at Wood Park also have splash pads. And in Aiken County, the Spray Ground is open every day until 8 p.m., and that's at Citizens Park. As summer gets underway, organizations are making sure that you and your families know how to swim. The City of Aiken Parks Recreation and Tourism Department hosting the world's largest swimming lesson this week. Very important there because it helps children learn how to swim safely and prevent drowning.
So part of what we do is say, make sure you're responsible enough to ask your parents before you get in, but it's also why we give this free swim lesson so that they know basic breaststrokes, how to float on your back, tread water, get in and out of a pool, just in case they ever fell in, or to enjoy themselves during the summer, but also stay safe.
The City of Aiken is hosting more swim lessons as well as the YMCA's in the area. For a full list of times and days for you to sign up, head to WRDW.com. We are on your side this morning with a safety alert, helping keep you and your family safe in this heat. You may be spending a lot of your time outdoors during the summer months, but you do need to make sure that you're doing it the right way. If not, you could be subject to a heat stroke. Your First Alert meteorologist, Emily Acton, has more on how you can protect yourself.
Heat-related illnesses cause more deaths than any other weather phenomenon. Every summer, we experience extreme heat, which can lead to heat-related illnesses. Columbia County Fire Chief Coleman has some advice on how to stay safe during the hot summer days.
When you're thirsty, it's too late. You need to pre-hydrate. You need to drink at least 8 ounces of water before you start any activity.
Staying hydrated, having access to a cool environment, and wearing loose, light-colored clothing are some examples of how to stay safe in extreme heat. But some groups are at greater risk.
Keep a lookout, especially small kids and the elderly. They're more prone to heat injuries, but look out for one another, and if somebody feels like they're getting too hot, get them in the shade, get them in the front of a fan, or get them in the AC.
Signs of heat exhaustion include dizziness, excessive sweating, and nausea. Heat stroke is usually indicated when a person becomes faint or loses consciousness.
It's critical. Your body's shutting down, the temperature's increasing internally, and you're basically cooking from the inside out. So you have to look at these warning signs and get them taken care of real quick.
If you think somebody is having a heat stroke, call 911 and seek medical attention immediately.
Healthcare in South Carolina is going to change.
Back right now, there it is, a quick look, 40% chance of rain. We'll be right back.
First Alert Weather, where accuracy matters, keeping you alert during severe weather and helping you plan your day. We put our money where our forecast is. Each weekday, our forecasted high is within 3 degrees of the actual high. A local charity gets money in the bank. By being 100% accurate for a full month, over $1,000 went to a single charity. No other Augusta station is on your side the way we are, keeping you ready for anything and putting our accuracy to work.
The First Alert Weather 3-degree guarantee, sponsored by Tub Doctor.
Join Ginger, Finian, and me during Pick Me SC at a shelter or Petco near you.
Now through June 29th, shelters and Petcos across the Lowcountry are offering amazing adoption deals on dogs, cats, kittens, and puppies. Pick Me SC is the largest adoption event of its kind in the country. The goal is to adopt 2,000 animals across the Palmetto State.
Open your heart and complete your home. Get more info at pickmesc.org.
Brought to you by Petco Love Pups from Skechers and No Kill, South Carolina.
Hey, it's Anna Christina. Thank you for sticking with us this Saturday. I'm here with Russell Beckham. He's one of the owners of Roof Savers, and you guys are in the business, I say it all the time, of saving people a lot of money with your product called Renew at 17, which preserves people's roofs. Tell me about it.
Absolutely. So the Renew at 17, automotive, marine grade UV blockers and light stabilizers. Going to protect from thermal heat cycles and also from the damaging effects of UV rays. It eats everything up. This is the best line of defense against that. Locking down the granules is also another added benefit. The longer those granules are on your roof, the longer it's going to protect the shingles. Therefore, maximizing the investment that you already had in the replacement.
That's right, because they can be expensive, costly, and so, but I think one of the big questions is that people have is, what if my roof doesn't qualify? What can Roof Savers do?
So, first off, if your roof does not qualify, we want you to maximize every dollar that you earn.
Right.
So if it doesn't qualify, we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna take that money. So we're gonna suggest a full roof replacement.
Okay.
So we tear everything down. Any rotten wood that needs to be replaced, we take care of it, and we offer high quality roofing materials and also a high quality installation, which is just as important.
Yes, absolutely. And so again, if you qualify for roof preservation, great, that's what we want. You want to extend the life of your roof, and the big thing there is that it's 17 years. One application, one treatment, one payment. We like that.
That's it. Easy.
And then also another product that you guys have introduced is the Remington Solar Roof Vent, which can save people a lot of money as well. And if you sign up to see if your roof qualifies and you purchase the package, then you get one of these for free. We will be right back with more.
have a great performance to start.
Richmond County deputies need your help this morning finding a missing 16-year-old. They say Zykeria Leandra Easter was last seen yesterday at 10 p.m. on the 2600 block of Drayton Drive. She's believed to have left in an unknown make and model Toyota sedan in a gray hoodie, gray pink and white pants, blue Crocs, and a black Nike backpack. Deputies say that she is 5'2", 110 pounds, African American. We are working to get her picture on our website. We will get it to you as soon as we possibly can, wrdw.com, so go ahead and keep checking there. In the meantime, we did want to go ahead and give you a name and a description of her, so if you have any information as to where she may be, call the Richmond County Sheriff's Office. The family of James Brown and what seems to be a huge chunk of Augusta want the new Augusta Arena to stay the James Brown Arena. Now, this comes as the Coliseum Authority says that they're looking to sell naming rights to the arena, similar to how we have SRP Park. Now, this has left a very bad taste in many people's mouths, including Augusta commissioners who say a new James Brown Arena was part of the promise when voters approved that special sales tax. Your Audrey Dickherber has the latest on all of the back and forth after this week's Coliseum Authority meeting.
Many people are excited about the new arena, bringing in about 100 events a year, but it's been causing a lot of questions, making people wonder what will the new name be and what could it change? A name with a lot of history.
Because see, for my dad, what he saw was the fact that young black boys and girls will be able to see a name up there on there that looks like them, a name to a person that looks like them and one day could be them.
The naming rights are up for sale. Revenue the Coliseum Authority needs for future operations at the Augusta Entertainment Complex. And a company called Primary Wave owns the rights to James Brown's name, image, and music. So the Coliseum Authority says they don't have the rights to call it the James Brown Arena.
And what we're trying to make sure and ensure that I won't be here forever. And we're trying to make sure that there's a revenue stream to make sure that we can continue to pay the maintenance, to pay the light bill, the water bill, and to take care of all those things that needed to be taken care of. We get hotel, motel tax, but that alone does not take care of the total operation.
But that doesn't mean his name can't be used. The Coliseum Authority says that Primary Wave is willing to let a sponsor use the James Brown name, but it's up to that sponsor.
We're going to honor James Brown. We have always planned to honor James Brown. From the beginning, that was the thing that we wanted to do. But the reality of it is that we've also looked at naming rights as a source of income, and we've looked at hockey as another income generator. So we're looking at all those things so we don't have to go back to the taxpayers to ask them for money.
And James Brown's family just wants his legacy to live on, hoping that means his name will be included.
I look on the website and it say The Arena. And then under it is William Bell Auditorium. I ride past the street, I got people sending me text messages. What is this? Because they look at the new Augusta Arena sign. My dad's name is completely gone.
Having James Brown's name on the arena is still an option, according to the Coliseum Authority. And they say they plan on honoring him inside of the arena, whether his name is on the outside or not. Reporting in Augusta, Audrey Dickherber, on your side.
Definitely a talker there and a lot of opinions going around. The push to move Harrisburg in a positive direction continues. District 1 Commissioner Jordan Johnson held a community meeting to hear concerns from people who live in that area. And we've reported on the issues and we've heard from neighbors before that meeting about the changes that they want to see to one of Augusta's oldest neighborhoods. Your Kennedy Payne was at the meeting Thursday and she's breaking down reaction from both sides.
Well, neighbors in Harrisburg tell me they're no stranger to struggle. For years, they've watched their streets fall into disrepair and felt concerns had gone unanswered. So tonight, they gathered not just to talk about problems, but to come up with solutions. And Commissioner Dawson was all ears. In a neighborhood burdened by blight and crime, people came together, tired but not silent.
I just think it would make it so much better if we could clean the community up. And if we could let the people know the resources we have that they can use, that they just don't take advantage of.
And Commissioner Jordan Johnson listened.
The folks in this neighborhood need to know that someone is advocating for them, and not only just having their commissioner advocate for them, but they're empowered to advocate for themselves too. So we just have to stand together in this one.
Johnson says for far too long, slumlords have taken over. Properties have crumbled and grass has grown wild.
They're leaving our neighborhoods in terrible conditions. They don't live in Augusta, and they're just allowing all kinds of activity. Of course, you want to be sensitive to the fact that people need a place to live and affordable housing is, but slumlords have to be held accountable to the conditions they're leaving our communities in.
Nancy Blanchard says she survived a hurricane and stayed. Now she's helping her neighborhood weather a different kind of storm.
I'm invested in my home. I got hit hard by Helene. I had to replace my air condition, my privacy fence, but I just love my neighbors and my community, and it just means a lot to me.
But Harrisburg isn't just a place of pain. It's full of persistence, and people like Nicole Gentry with Open Arms Outreach are on the front lines.
There's drug problems everywhere, but especially down here in Harrisburg. If we can make a big enough showing and get enough Narcan out on the street, that we can prevent deaths and hopefully eventually get people into treatment.
Johnson says 80% of Harrisburg neighbors live in poverty. Now they're channeling that frustration into action.
I think that starting the neighborhood association is going to be great for the neighborhood, because that gives you at least a monthly opportunity to come out and engage with neighbors. That's when the solutions start to, come to light.
So in a place often overlooked, neighbors came together, finding strength in numbers. And Commissioner Johnson says this isn't the first meeting and it definitely won't be the last. He says policy changes are on the way, but it won't happen overnight. But he says it starts here with conversations like this one as neighbors come one step closer to reclaiming their home.